Hey guys, what's up? It's Corey here from Lean Green Dad and leangreendad.com. Today we're gonna be making one of my favorite lean green meal plan recipes, and that is the best vegan mac and cheese ever. Let's do it. All right, so we're gonna go and start with our noodles. Now you need 2 pots for the noodles. You need your noodle pot, of course, and then you also need this skillet, which we're going to make our awesome cheesy dressing, okay? So come on over with me. We're gonna cut over at the cutting board, cut our potatoes up, cut our onion and our other materials real quick. You can see some of the stuff that we're using here. We have some diced white onions. We got them diced already because we're parents and we're short on time. We've got our minced garlic. We're gonna use a little bit of that. Some original cashew milk. We have some marinara sauce, and then we have our secret ingredient, pumpkin puree, which is gonna give our cheesy sauce a great flavor and that yellow color that we all love. And then we have some French onions to finish it off on top, okay? So, first thing we're gonna do is get our potatoes ready. So we're just gonna dice these bad boys up safely. If you have kids with you in the kitchen, you wanna make sure that you're with them, of course, at all times, keeping an eye on them. I used to have my kids with me in the kitchen all the time, and you know, there's safe knives and things like that, but for me, I just want to teach them how to use the real thing safely and responsibly. Now, these are golden yellow potatoes that we're using, and we are cutting on our little red cutting board that we have, and we're gonna put them right into the skillet. Now, my skillet is already hot, and my noodles are done, but I want to get these potatoes going. The goal is to cook them down so they're nice and soft for you, and so you can blend them in the blender, because that's going to be part of your cheesy sauce. This is our vegan butter for later, so that's coming soon. We're going to put this in right here. You can hear them sizzle, so that's great. What's up, Parker? You doing good, buddy? I don't know where Roger is, but I love you. All right, sounds good. So we got 2 cups of brown rice pasta that is ready to go. We'll empty that in a minute. We have our potatoes here. We've got about 2 cups of potatoes, but there's nothing with them, so we need to give them some almond milk, or cashew milk is what I'm using. We're gonna do 1 cup of that. You're gonna see it sizzle super quick. And then we're gonna also add our garlic and get it cooking. All right, so that's gonna foam up super quick. Get those in there. And then we're gonna add our garlic. So when you're talking about garlic, you've got about a tablespoon of garlic, okay? So let's make sure that we have it already minced. We're gonna grab our tablespoon. You know, I can't find my tablespoon right now, so I'm gonna just estimate here. This is about a tablespoon. Would you say it's about a tablespoon? I say so. All right, put that in there. So 2 cups of potatoes, 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, 1 cup of cashew milk, and you want to keep this close by because you want to add to it if you need it. It might dry up really quickly, you just never know. So keep an eye on that. Our noodles are done, as you can see. It took about 8 minutes. These are just your regular noodles. You can also use a brown rice noodle. You could try for a quinoa pasta noodle. There's lots of different noodles out there. My favorite is just the traditional noodles for right now. But the brown rice noodle packs an extra protein punch if you need it, so I highly recommend those. All right. Our noodles are ready. We're gonna leave them right there for now, and we're gonna move on to our cheesy sauce. All right, so we have our cheesy sauce standing by, doing its thing. We're gonna turn up the heat just a little bit, and we're gonna add our onions, okay? So onion-wise, we are going to be looking at 1 tablespoon of white onion. And so I'm gonna open that up, throw it in. Again, we're gonna eye here, so you can also use an onion powder. You can also use garlic powder if you want. It will be the equivalent of everything that you see in the recipe. And then, of course, we're gonna stir it up a little bit. If I can find my spoon, here it is. Let's give it a little stir. Make sure things are moving along. Some of the potatoes stuck to the bottom of the pan, you know how it is. Okay, so we have our white onion, our garlic, our unsweetened cashew milk. We have our mini potatoes in there. The pureed pumpkin you're gonna put in once the potatoes start to get a little bit soft. Should just be a couple more minutes. And then you've got your vegan butter that you're gonna add to your noodles. We can actually do that right now if we wanted to. I'm gonna show you the pan that you need to have, okay? This is the pan that you want to have on hand. This pan is where you're going to put, little secret here, you're gonna put a little bit of this marinara at the bottom, okay? And then when you put it in the stove, it's actually gonna rise to the top and make a great combination of flavors with your, you know, vegan mac and cheese that you have here on the top. So definitely have your pan ready, but we're not gonna use it just yet. Not gonna use it just yet. The other thing that we're missing as we get ready is our pumpkin puree. Our pumpkin puree is when the potatoes get nice and soft. They have been steaming for a couple of minutes, so I'm gonna check on them. Make sure we're set to go here. All right, I think they need a little bit longer. Ooh, it's smelling good though. Can you smell it? You can't smell it? Oh, it smells good. I've got a confirmation from a kid that it smells good. Okay, we're gonna let this keep doing its thing for a little bit longer. All right, our potatoes are gonna be nice and soft in just a couple minutes, so we'll give them a couple minutes to do their thing, and then we're gonna add our pumpkin. All right, guys, here we go. So we have our stuff all done and ready. The fork is super tender with the potatoes. It's supposed to slide right off, but it didn't. There it is. All right, we're good. So we are now gonna take this and transfer it to our blender to make our cheesy sauce. But before we do it, we have to add our pureed pumpkin, okay? So this is real easy. The measurement is the entire can, okay? You're gonna pour it in and you're gonna let this sit for just a couple minutes. But the truth is, you don't have to let it like boil. You don't have to leave the heat on or anything like that. Just let it sit and stir it in real nice like. Ooh. All right, so you stir it in just like so, okay? Make it nice and thick. And you're gonna blend it all together into this cheesy, delicious, vegan sauce that you're gonna love as it splashes all over me. So, listen, I've turned the heat off. I'm gonna let this sit for a minute. The next destination for this is the blender. Okay, I'm gonna bring you over here and we're going to focus on the noodles, all right? Now, our noodles have been sitting for a while, so we're gonna put them in here. They're frozen together. We're gonna get them in here and make sure that they spill everywhere and fall into the pan. Izzy's laughing at me off camera. Is this funny to you? Yes. I'm glad I can bring some entertainment to you. So I'll just throw those in. Since my family's eating them, my hands are clean, I'm good to go. But now look, this is going to be mixed together with our cheesy sauce that we're gonna make in about 30 seconds. You ready for that? Let's do it. All right, cheesy sauce is ready to go. I'm ready to put it straight into the blender and blend this thing up. All right, now it's time to make our cheesy sauce. So grab your blender and you're gonna slowly spoon in your little mix of potatoes, pumpkin puree, everything else. Now, if it doesn't blend well, I know that I will just need to add a little bit of cashew milk, a little bit more to make it nice and easy to blend. But we've got our garlic in there, got everything rocking and rolling. This is gonna be really, really tasty. As the boys have fun screaming in the background. Those are my favorites. All right, so the last little bit, you sit it right here. Scraping that last little bit of goodness. A little extra garlicky, potatoey, pumpkin-y sauce, and we're set. Now, it's time to blend. So let's come on over to our blender and let's hope this thing blends. If it doesn't though, let's go ahead and get our cashew milk on standby so we can help it if we need to, all right? We're gonna give it a pulse to check first. You ready? Here we go.